In a small apartment on the outskirts of Kyiv, a teenager sits in front of a flickering 3D printer. Plastic filament hums in rhythm, layer by layer, forming something that could change the course of a war. He's not a soldier. He's not an engineer. He's just a kid who plays video games, drinks too much coffee, and dreams of peace. But when Russia's drones began raining destruction over Ukrainian skies, this teenager decided to fight back, not with a gun, but with his mind. When the full-scale invasion began in 2022, Yurii was just 16. He loved drones, the fun kind. He'd race them through abandoned buildings and upload videos to TikTok. But one night, he saw something different. A Russian Shahed drone slicing across the Kyiv sky, glowing red like a demon's eye. Moments later, an explosion shook his entire street. That night, Yurii realized something brutal. Technology wasn't just for play anymore. It was now the most lethal weapon on the battlefield. So he made a promise to himself. If machines can destroy, he said, then machines can also defend. In between air raid alarms and online school, Yurii started sketching. He wanted something cheap, simple, and portable. A way for any soldier to shoot down a drone without needing a $1 million missile. At first it sounded crazy, but his inspiration came from the strangest place, a video game forum where players discussed counter-drone strategies. One post mentioned using nets, like those fired from security launchers to trap intruders. That was it. He stayed up for nights designing a shell that could be fired from a regular shotgun, expanding mid-air to trap a drone in a web of nylon threads. He called it Project Falcon. The first prototype failed miserably. The net tangled in the barrel. The round misfired. He burned his hands. But Yurii didn't stop. He watched YouTube tutorials on aerodynamics, called local makers, even texted a volunteer engineer in Poland for advice. Weeks later, Falcon 3.0 was born. This time, when the shotgun fired, the net exploded outward perfectly. A few days later, he was invited by a soldier from the 3rd Assault Brigade to demonstrate it. The soldiers laughed at first, a kid with a 3D printer, shooting drones. But when that drone flew overhead and Yurii pulled the trigger, the net caught it mid-air. It spiraled down and crashed. Silence, then cheers. And that's when everything changed. Yuri's success wasn't an isolated miracle. It was part of a bigger movement. All across Ukraine, garages and basements had turned into mini laboratories. Students, gamers, mechanics, all designing anti-drone tech, FPV interceptors, AI-guided turrets, and jamming systems. Ukraine had become the world's most creative battlefield, outnumbered, outgunned, yet outthinking the enemy. Western allies began to notice. British engineers sent advanced chips. American firms provided AI vision software. Germany supplied 3D printing materials through humanitarian programs. This wasn't just a war of soldiers, it was a war of innovators. Russia's tactics had evolved. Thousands of cheap FPV drones swarmed Ukrainian positions daily. They were fast, quiet, and deadly, carrying explosives that could pierce tank armor. To fight back, Ukraine built an entire drone defense ecosystem. Layered protection combining radar, AI, and inventions like Yuri's Falcon. Yuri's device became a field favorite. Simple enough for one soldier to use, cheap enough to mass produce, and effective against low-flying FPVs. Each successful interception saved lives. Each drone downed was a victory not just for Ukraine, but for ingenuity itself. Soon, Yuri's work caught the attention of Brave One, Ukraine's official defense innovation platform. They offered funding, mentorship, and testing facilities. He was invited to meet defense officials, engineers, even NATO representatives curious about his design. Yurii became a symbol, the face of a generation that refused to be victims of war. He didn't wear a uniform, but his invention protected those who did. Western support expanded. The US delivered counter-drone radar systems. The UK trained Ukrainian engineers in rapid prototyping. Poland and the Baltic states shared their anti-FPV research openly. The line between civilian genius and military defense had vanished, and Ukraine was proving that innovation could be as powerful as any weapon. But behind every invention lies exhaustion. Yurii still studies online. He still helps his mother during blackouts. Sometimes he hides in bomb shelters, working on designs by flashlight. He says he's not a hero, just a guy who got tired of waiting for someone else to fix it. His story reminds the world that wars are not only fought with bullets, but with creativity, courage, and hope. Today, hundreds of Falcon devices are in testing across the front lines. Ukraine continues to innovate, from laser-guided interceptors to AI drive